Hey guys, this is Spock Joe, and this video is part of a series where I review each of the combat rigs from Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. And today, I'll be reviewing the Phantom rig. If you want to see more videos like this, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. And with no further ado, let's get started. Alright, the Phantom has 3 payloads, and those payloads are the Ballistic EM3, the Pulsar, and the Active Camo. Now, the Ballistic EM3 is an electromagnetic sniper rifle. It doesn't really shoot bullets, but it shoots little spikes. And these little spikes can, whenever you hit an opponent, it can pin them to a wall or it knocks them back. This sniper rifle is very, very powerful. Not only that, is this sniper rifle is probably the easiest, I say the easiest sniper rifle to ever use. All you have to do is aim down sight, and it has these 3 little dots, and anything that comes within the sight, those 3 little dots lock onto them, you pull the trigger, and boom, instant kill. Moving on, we've got the Pulsar, and the Pulsar is basically the Vision Pulse from Black Ops 3. It is an instant wall hack, and you see everybody on the map, where they're at, how they're positioning, and this payload is a very, very powerful, and in my opinion, very, very necessary payload to use for this combat rig. Now moving on, we've got the Active Camo. And Active Camo is kind of like Active Camo from AW and from Black Ops 3. It is Active Camo. I mean, your guy goes kind of invisible, and you blend in with the rest of the surroundings and everything like that. It's not really a new idea, a new concept. The only thing that is really visible is your visor on this. In AW, I believed if you were moving, you kind of saw a little silhouette. In Black Ops 3, I think you were completely disappeared until you fired your weapon. This one, you're able to completely disappear except for your visor, so you know there's a little hitch there. Whenever you do fire the weapon, it automatically resets the Active Camo, and it has to be recharged again before you can use it again. So now moving on, we're gonna be talking about the 3 traits, and the 3 traits that this rig has is the marked target, the rear guard, and heightened senses. Now, the marked target, basically whenever you damage or shoot somebody with a bullet, it marks them for death. On the mini-map, I believe their dot turns red, like a really, really dark red, and it allows all your teammates to know exactly where that person is so they can go and try to take them out. Also, and this is kind of where the controversy around this trait kind of comes in, every time you shoot them with a bullet, it takes them at least 5 seconds before they can start regenerating their health again. 5 seconds, especially in a game like this where the kills are very, very quick and it's high velocity, fast moving gameplay. 5 seconds is an eternity. And so for me, I feel like this might be a little much. Now, for now, it's part of the game. This is what a lot of people are going to be using. And just be aware that whenever you get hit by one of these guys, you need to definitely duck and cover and hide in a corner. Do whatever you can to stay away from the rest of the opponents, because 1, they're going to be trying to track you down because you've been marked, and 2, you're going to have 5 seconds before you can start to regenerate. Now moving on, we've got the rear guard, and the rear guard is basically equipment like a kind of a back shield, a turtle shell or something, so to speak. And what it does is it allows you to reflect damage from behind. So let's say someone comes up and they try to, melee you in the back. Well, it's not going to be an instant kill. It's going to give you a little bit of a leeway so that you may be able to turn on them and shoot them. The last but not least, heightened sense trait. And this trait is really, really cool. When I first started playing it, I was trying to figure out if it was like amplify or you know, the one perk in the games that always allows you to sound horse, so you can kind of hear everybody running around and different things like that. This is not really like that. Basically, what Heightened Senses does is it does two things. It has a visual cue and it has an audio cue. And the visual cue is whenever an opponent is close to you, your screen kind of gets a red glow around it, and it indicates to you that someone is close to you. The second thing is the audio cue, and the audio cue is kind of like a beep beep, so to speak, and it allows you to hear in which direction that opponent is. So I would say that this probably wouldn't work really well with just people playing on their TVs or someone who is trying to use speakers or anything like that. I believe that this trait would best be used if you're using headphones. So how would I set this rig up? I actually really like the Ballista EM3. I found that this sniper rifle was very, very fun and very, very accurate. It was just fun to use. Now, I would say for the other payload that I would predominantly use is more like the Pulsar. The Pulsar would probably be the one that I'm using if I'm really trying to play an aggressive game or trying to really pinpoint where the enemies are. Just because that's kind of how my play style is. I want to know where people are on the map. I want to have that tactical advantage so that I can flank them. I can, you know, maybe pre-fire a corner or whatever I can do. And Pulsar allows me to do that. So it's a very, very useful perk for me in this game. Now for the traits, I would say that Heightened Sense is probably my favorite. The visual and the audio cue, it is very, very useful. And so that's kind of how I would set my class up. Now, if you guys like this video, please share, like, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you next time.